I've walked with dinosaurs, and now I'll show you their last day. 66 million years ago, our planet basked in the warmth of the Cretaceous sun. Triceratops grazed peacefully on ferns, while Tyrannosaurus rex stalked through primeval forests. The air buzzed with pterosaurs, and the seas teemed with mosasaurs. But in the depths of space, a cosmic bullet was racing towards Earth, about to change everything. As the fateful day dawned, life continued its ancient rhythms, oblivious to the approaching doom. Hadrosaurs trumpeted their morning calls, their sounds echoing across vast floodplains. In the skies, a flock of Quetzalcoatlus, the largest flying creatures ever to exist, soared on thermal currents, their wingspans as wide as small airplanes. Nearby, a family of Triceratops munched on cycads, their young sheltering beneath their parents' protective frills. None of these magnificent beasts could have imagined that by nightfall, their world would be forever altered. The stage was set for a cosmic drama that would rewrite the story of life on Earth. Then, in an instant, the sky ignited. A blinding flash brighter than 1,000 suns heralded the arrival of a 6-mile-wide asteroid. It struck with the force of billions of atomic bombs, gouging a crater over 110 miles wide into the Earth's crust. The impact sent a shockwave racing across the planet at supersonic speeds, flattening forests and hurling debris into the atmosphere. In those first moments, the dinosaurs nearest to the impact site were vaporized instantly. Further away, the ground heaved and buckled like a stormy sea. Massive earthquakes toppled trees and sent herds of panicked dinosaurs stampeding. The very fabric of our planet was torn asunder, marking the end of an era and the beginning of Earth's darkest hour. As the initial shockwave passed, a new horror descended from above. Millions of tons of superheated rock, ejected by the impact, began to rain back down. These molten projectiles ignited wildfires across continents, turning lush forests into infernos. Dinosaurs that had survived the initial blast now faced an apocalyptic firestorm. T-Rex and Triceratops alike fled in blind panic, their size and strength useless against this cosmic onslaught. The air grew thick with smoke and ash, choking the lungs of creatures that had ruled the Earth for over 160 million years. In mere hours, the verdant world of the Cretaceous was transformed into a hellscape of fire and ash. But the horrors were not confined to land. The asteroid's impact into the shallow seas off what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula displaced billions of tons of water. Massive tsunamis, some over 1,000 feet high, surged outward from the impact site. These towering walls of water swept inland for hundreds of miles, scouring the land clean of life. In what is now North Dakota, at a place called Tanis, we find a snapshot of this watery chaos. Here, the fossil record shows us fish tossed onto land, mixed with the remains of land animals, turtles impaled by tree trunks, dinosaurs buried in sediment, a jumble of death that tells the tale of that terrible day. As the day wore on, the full scale of devastation became apparent. The impact had injected millions of tons of dust and sulfur into the upper atmosphere, blocking out the sun. A long night was beginning, one that would last for months or even years. The once bright Cretaceous sky was now a roiling mass of dark clouds, occasionally lit by lightning or the glow of still burning fires. In this new twilight world, the few surviving dinosaurs faced a bleak future. Plants, deprived of sunlight, began to wither and die. Herbivores found their food sources vanishing, while carnivores like T-Rex faced a landscape increasingly devoid of prey. The temperature began to plummet as the sun's warmth was cut off, heralding the onset of a devastating impact winter. In the heart of North America, the Tanis site in North Dakota offers us an extraordinary window into this day of catastrophe. Here, we find the fossilized remains of creatures killed within hours or even minutes of the impact. A Thessalosaurus leg, perfectly preserved with skin intact, tells us of an animal likely swept away by the inland surge. Fossil fish, their gills clogged with impact spherules, show us the swift and violent nature of their demise. These remnants, frozen in time, paint a vivid picture of the chaos that unfolded. Amber droplets containing tiny fragments of the asteroid itself have been found, alongside the charred remains of trees and plants. It's as if nature conspired to create a time capsule, preserving the very moment of extinction for us to discover millions of years later. As the dust settled on this day of death, the age of dinosaurs had come to an end. In the coming months and years, around 75% of all plant and animal species on Earth would perish. Yet from this devastation, new life would eventually emerge. Small nocturnal mammals that had sheltered underground or underwater began to venture out into a changed world. These survivors would evolve and diversify, eventually giving rise to new forms of life, including, millions of years later, ourselves. The extinction of the dinosaurs opened up ecological niches, allowing mammals to flourish and diversify. It was a reset button for life on Earth, paving the way for the rise of new species and ultimately human civilization. In a twist of cosmic irony, the very event that ended the reign of the dinosaurs set the stage for our own emergence. The story of the dinosaurs' last day is a testament to the fragility and resilience of life on Earth. In the blink of a cosmic eye, a world that had endured for millions of years was forever changed. Yet from this catastrophe arose new opportunities, new forms of life, and eventually new wonders. As we contemplate our own place in Earth's grand story, we're reminded that life, against all odds, finds a way. Gap 3.0's title appears on a serene sunrise over a prehistoric landscape. While the extinction of the dinosaurs marks a monumental chapter in Earth's history, it also paved the way for the rise of mammals and eventually humans. This event reminds us of the delicate balance within our ecosystem and the ever-present potential for change. As we ponder the legacy of the dinosaurs, we also reflect on our own responsibility to protect and preserve the biodiversity we cherish today. The story of the dinosaurs is not just a tale of extinction, but also a narrative of survival and renewal, urging us to learn from the past and safeguard our future. If you've enjoyed this journey through time, leave your comment below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel Extinct Empire. Join us as we continue to explore the fascinating stories of our planet's past and present.